Being a modern person. In order to be a modern person in today's contemporary society, I think we need three main things: giving everyone an equal opportunity in life on a global level, hearing people out before you judge them, and letting every person get credit for what they do. The texts we read this term show the need for these three things in our society. I'm going to show you this by talking about The Crucible by Arthur Miller, A Black Man Talks of Reaping by Arna Bontemps, and From the Dark Tower by County Cullen. My first point is giving everyone an equal opportunity in life on a global level. In A Black Man Talks of Reaping, the author talks about his fear that all his hard work will only benefit the white man, even though he has been that one doing all this sowing of the fields. He says, "Yet what I sowed in what the orchard fields my brother's sons are gathering stock and root. Small wonder then my children glean in fields they have not sown, and fed on bitter fruit." This shows that in order to be a modern person in society, we need to do things differently than they were done in the past. Everyone should have an equal opportunity to succeed in life. Black and white should be given the same chances to own land, work hard for their family, get an education, run a business, vote, and make their life a success. My second point is hearing people out before you judge them. In The Crucible, we see how poorly their society is run because they are judgmental, they make accusations with no real proof, they are led by fear of anyone that is different than they are, they have a lack of logic, they have a mob mentality, and don't think clearly as individuals, and they have overly harsh punishments for what they think is wrong. This shows that in order to be a modern person in society, we need to do the opposite of all of this. We should hear people out before we judge them. We should listen with empathy. We should have laws and rules in place that aren't based on mob rule, and punishments need to be fair and reasonable. And my third point is letting every person get credit for what they do. In From the Dark Tower by County Cullen, we see how devastating it is for the author to face a lifetime of doing work that someone else is getting the credit and reward for. The author says, "We shall not always plant with others reap the golden increment of bursting fruit, not always countenance object and mute. The lesser men should hold their brothers cheap." The author looks forward to a day when every person will get credit and reward for what they do in life. Part of living as a modern person in society is not taking advantage of other people, and instead doing our own work and letting others and ourselves succeed based on the work we do. My counterclaims. Some people might think it's not realistic for everyone in the world to be equal. I'm not saying everyone should or even could get the same things in life, but that everyone should have an equal opportunity in life to live happily and try to succeed in the ways they want. The opportunities should be equal. Some people might think that it's not safe to judge people because people really can do evil things and they need to be judged. I'm not saying people's actions shouldn't be judged, but they should be judged fairly against the same standard for everyone, and there should be a legal process that gives everyone a chance to be heard. Some people might think that this would create a whole world where everyone is in charge and no one does the grunt work, and we need all levels of workers. But people should get credit and payment for the work they do, no matter how small or big. People should have the opportunity to be a boss if they work hard and want to. In conclusion, I think this term shows us good examples of how society needed to change for the better. There are infinite ways we need to improve, and we saw the ways things were done poorly in the past so that we can see how much better we can do things now. I think in order to be a modern person in today's society, we need to focus on giving everyone an equal opportunity in life, hearing people out before you judge them, and letting every person get credit for what they do. I think if we do this, we will be a lot better off than generations in the past.